simple there. But now today, what we are going to do, we are really going to see a particular fact where we are going to see like how the mechanisms or the setups we have to perform. So as we can understand that how quickly and how effectively we can go for all these kind of functionalities or these kind of activities here. And also what we are going to do is like we are going to really see the overall setup over here through the Visual Studio Code, because when we are going to do the changes in the live projects in the live environment, we would require the Visual Studio Code here. So I hope everyone have done the installation of Visual Studio Code like like we discussed yesterday. Is it like deployed for everyone?
Yes, I have installed it.
Okay, great,
Yes.
fantastic. So what we're going to do is we are going to split our session in two halves. The first half where I'm going to show you like how the basic operations we are going to do on the Visual Studio Code. And then I will be giving the time to you guys to do the things, to do the, the practical hands-on on the Visual Studio Code at your end. So that first you will be able to know the complete flow, right? And then you will be able to replicate it. There will be some topics where we will be like doing the activities like almost with each other, but there are some times where we will be doing this kind of an activity because here we are pretty much involved with having the options. So I'm going to show you today. The main agenda for today's session is to see like how exactly we can go for the implementation through the Visual Studio Code, not from the GUI, which is not a bad thing. Implementation from a GUI is not a bad thing, guys. So it's not like it's like something wrong, or we should not be like going for that part. So no one is saying that, but the ideal thing is that when we are going for the implementation, when we are going for the like the setup here, so we need to try it out what we are going to use in the organizations. So here we are going to Visual Studio Code. Now I'm not going to use my any kind of a random repository. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close this folder. So what will happen that you will get an option that if you want to create a file, open a file, clone a Git repository. So this is what we need to do. Like we need to really go ahead and get the code base from my Git repository over here. Um, when you're using any Microsoft tool, guys, so sometimes you will see a dedicated options related to GitHub. The reason behind that is very simple, because GitHub is owned by Microsoft. So there is a little bit preference which you will see over there. But it doesn't mean that GitHub is the exclusive tool which is having all the access. We do have an access for other tools also. So I'm going to clone the Git repository here. Click on clone from GitHub. I'm already authenticated. For me, I'm already authenticated. That's the reason why it's like showing me all these repositories. But for you, what will happen that it's actually going to ask you to go ahead and give the login to do the login to GitHub. So a simple login you will do, and then this authentication connection will be done. This is a one-time activity. For me, it's already done. For you, it's like just a one-time activity which you're going to do. You're going to perform over here. And once you do that, then you all are good in that perspective. But this is just a one-time task which you have to do over here. So I'm going to select any repository. This is the repository we created yesterday. So let's select that. Now it's asking me to go ahead and clone this repository, like where exactly it's going to be cloned. You see like one of the repositories cloned over here. So similarly in my home directory, this is going to be cloned. So I will just say that this is the destination here. Select a destination, repository destination. So the moment you're going to select this, what will happen that it says that yes, the code repository is. If it's a big repository, it will take some time, but Right now it's like quite quick because it's a small repository. Also guys, when you're going to use your credentials, you will be able to clone the private repo also. So even that is also something which will be done, will be performed here. So we are going to click on this open here. You also have an like a integration with the Copilot, right? So if you're using that kind of a license, so you will get the benefit of the Copilot also, right? So we'll try to see some blend over there also. Now this is the code base modifications which we have done yesterday. See, the Copilot is there. Now in the normal world, you have all the options whether you want to go for a Java file, you want to go for a Maven project, you want to create a file, you want to add some folder file, all the options are there, right? So, but if let's say, like you see, like the context is coming up. This is the context which is coming up here. That yes, you have, like got this file here. So if I click on that file, add content. Remember, I'm using free one, so there will be very limited kids, right? So the responses is going to be very limited. But since I'm using up a particular a free account, so I should be good from that particular aspect here. So I'm going for that. Add dot content running Java based data. So I'm just trying to, create a README file over here through the Copilot chat over here. Of course, you can take and help also over here in this one. So we'll try to generate some Java code base over here, right? This is just a way that how, like as a DevOps, you can also start your work. Like if you want to create some Ansible playbook files, or if you want to create any kind of shell scripts. So this is one of the options or one of the scenarios which you can go and you can possibly work it off over here in this one. See, I will update with Java containers instructions. Which model you want to use, you have that of models also available there. Like if you want to go for cloud, the data is there, right? So I want to keep this data, so I'll say keep data is there. Now in a lot of cases you can actually do a code debugging also, like when you are working up as a developer, so you will be able to have some steps, or you will be able to integrate that also. You see, the whole content is there. So if you want to do your work, right? I'm not saying that you should be blankly trusting this one. When you are like familiar with these things, you will actually know that, okay, if this command is something which is good, if this makes sense or not. So you will actually be able to get those kind of pretty informations over here, so that we will be able to, like take care of those kind of like a core aspects here. So definitely that's the important part which we have to consider here. Now we do have, let's say, now here, generate a simple Java Spring Boot application. We got .xml file, got the source folder there. So you can see here that a basic folder structures is coming up. I'm actually having some quota over here, so you have to be meaningful over here in this one. So you see, I'm actually like using a certain quota in this one. But if you use an enterprise account, then it's good there. Like when you're going to work in your projects, you will get the enterprise account. So there you will be able to get this kind of an like flexibility there. See, you got the Docker file also there. I mean, like, of course, that's like something where we will be like getting the options how to create the Docker files and everything there, right? So we got that kind of in essence here. So all these files are there. So I want to keep it up, like, you know. See, my Maven file also got updated. README.md file also got updated. We got this once, yeah. Yeah, the Maven build also get started in the backend. It also like begin processing in this case. So this is the essential benefit which we will be able to get it up over here in this one. Right? See, now I don't have the test cases. So this kind of stuff you can use for creating some small low level shell scripting and like some kind of automation scripts. But remember, it's not something which is going to be always available there. You will have to spend some time in reviewing these things. It's not like button click and just deploy it, right? It might be like going for the work related to 60 to 70% over here, but it's not like the complete work is done for you. So you still have some work to be done here to review the code base and to see on that part. I totally agree that this test cases part and the source code part is not something which you are looking forward over here. But I'm just trying to give you all the kind of possibilities which we really have it up over here in this one, because practically we need to understand that what are the different ways we are doing it. And this is the modern way of doing it. Like, I specifically in my company when I'm working, so they have enabled this kind of in feature for us. Now, I use this feature very rarely because of the fact that most of the time we are working up on a complex thing, so we cannot share the details with this AI tool, and we tend to work on our own codes and we work like that. But if I have to do anything like from scratch, which I feel like it's something which is worth taking up help, I always use this kind of in tools over there, because that really gives me like some of the repetitive work done quickly there. So there is no harm in there to like go for that kind of an setup altogether. But you have to be very careful because every tool have its own pros and cons. So you have to be very careful while working upon this kind of in tools there. And if it permits, if your organization permits, then only you should be using this one. Because using the chat over here means that you are giving the access to your source code to that particular tool. So if your company have the private Microsoft license, so definitely they will be having secure connections. But you have to be really careful over here while working upon this one. So you can see like I have just created a particular code over here in this one. Like there is a pretty much like sample code which is available there. So I can just go ahead and do this one. I don't have to bring this code from anywhere. Now, if you are like new and if you want to analyze, you want to run the Maven builds. So let me show you a small aspect over here. I want to go for a Maven build. I'm not sure about the commands. I'm new to this technology. You are working upon a CI/CD pipeline on a project, so you don't know like how to run the build. So one is like you can take an help from the developer. Always a good thing to do, and definitely that will be helpful to you in a longer run. But one more option which we have over here is like you can use these options to get the commands. Like for example, it's saying you want to go for the mvn clean package command. So allow. So this will basically go ahead and run the command like a mvn clean package over here on this source code and the terminal. You see automatically it picked up that part. I don't have the Maven installed, so it's like really feeling for me. It's asking me that to go and deploy it up. I mean, you can see like the connected guide which you are getting over here, back to back over here in this one, that okay, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to perform, and then step by step in a proper manner you will be able to get your required tools and utilities right away over here in this one. So it's asking me to go for the installation like using the utility chocolatey utility, so using which we will be able to do the installation. Like that's the way that how we will be able to perform and do these things. So this is the benefit. Now, of course, we are like pretty much done with the chat one. I might have gone for the total, like consumption over here. My, like a quota is something which is definitely, like utilized, but I don't want to use much because I use this gradually there. But you can see here that I'm getting a lot of kind of an help, a very good help we are getting there. So that's the kind of an benefit which we are getting up from a particular, like a chat perspective over here in this one. You have the, like the chats. You can, like change the MCP servers, which MCP servers you want to utilize. So we have that options available there. Like what are the extensions which is deployed. So you have a lot of support, support. You have a lot of component which is available. What are the different models you want to utilize? So if you want to have a custom chat model, I mean, this is a little bit advanced part. I have not explored to that particular level where we have created any models and all, but I use this for my tasks, for my activities, so that we can essentially see that how these implementations are really going to be working here. So definitely that's the core aspect which we have to follow down. Right. So definitely that's the like the core aspect, the benefit which we will be able to get it up over here in this kind of an like a stuff. Any kind of a doubts or questions, guys, so far?
No doubts.
Okay. Now let's try to do some changes. Try to run some git commands. So here you see like there is a source control section which is available there. You can see in front of you there are a lot of files which is like we have added. We have got like all these different changes done. These since I have cloned this repository, so this is an initial commit which we have done. So we will be able to know like what are the different changes we have done as part of that particular commit. You have all these files, so you have an option to like stash or discard all changes. Like if I don't want to take all these changes, I can simply say discard whatever the changes I have done. If you want to discard, you can do that. This discard, you can do it upon an individual file also. You see like when I scroll down, you have an option to discard them also. We have an option to open the file. We have an option to stage the changes, because see, I want to preserve the changes. I have right now only done the modification of the code base, but if I want to commit them permanently, how? The way that how they have done onto the portal on this particular platform over here, like this one. So here I have done some changes yesterday, right? So you see like one commit on this one. So this is what we have done, right? So if you click on this, we will be able to know that yes, there are some changes which I have done yesterday. There are some files which I have added there. So if the same mechanism we want to do over here, so we have to stage the files. Now it's a choice you have that whether you want to go for all the files or you want to go for certain files. Like for example, I click on this. So immediately it will go into the staged changes. So staged changes is something which is a step one that I want to preserve my changes. I want to do that part. Now, if I want to do all them, this stash feature I will talk about later on. But first, I will say all the changes, let's stage it. So all of them will go into the stage changes. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say like added Java source code. Now you do have an option that if you want to commit or if you want to commit and push. What is commit and push? See, we are working up in a distributed repository. You remember like yesterday I had one diagram. So right now what happens, you are working up on a local repo. You're not directly working upon GitHub. There is no relation. If I just disconnect my Wi-Fi, which I cannot do in live session, but if I just disconnect that, I will still be able to browse the source code into my local system. I will not have any kind of an impact in there because I'm actually like going to do the things pretty much into my local system here. So that's what we are trying to do. So, but again, at the same time, if I do the changes into my local system, how the other developers will get the source code, how you will get the source code, this all source code which I have prepared, how you will be getting that source code. So we need some mechanism, right? So that mechanism is something where we need to do the push activity. So whatever changes we have done locally, we need to go and we need to publish these changes to our remote repository. So that's what we have to do. So I'm going to say first commit. See all the changes you saw this new commit. This is actually showing you history. This is the commit which we did yesterday. You will be able to get the timestamp 23 hours. This is the changes which I have done. My name is coming up because I've logged in with the same email ID. So that's why my profile picture is coming. But if you do the changes to this repo, you will get the changes in there. And if I refresh my page, so where is the commit? I've just done the commit, right? But where exactly it went on? So I don't have any access to that one. Why? Because of the the fact that we are pretty much connected to a part, and we have like just done the commits locally only. So since we have not published this to the remote repository, so that's why we are like definitely going to be available locally over here in this one. All right, perfect. So okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish these changes, like sync the changes here. And here we go. So how we will be uploading, how we will be validating this thing. You see, like we have on options like, over here to push, pull, refresh. We have those options also there. We will talk about that also. But let's refresh the page. click on it. Now we got over here. See all the code. All this is coming. All right. Now here we are. I got this one here. All right. So the proper details are present there. The source code is visible to me. I'm able to do all that stuff here. So a single round of activity which we have performed over here in this one. Now, since we have done the changes into our local system, see, and then I had to do the push activity. So unless and until you go and do the push activity, this is not going to work for you. So you have to be really careful over here in this one that how exactly you are going to, like do this activity, because if you're not going to do this task, or if you're not going to do this publish, so it's not going to work as effectively with you. So you have to be very careful over here in this case. All right. So now, okay, I have done some changes. I've handed over to everyone. So you guys, will go and do the clone. We'll do the changes, modifications, everything there. And then what we are going to do is like we are going to see that how the different implementations are going to work. Now let's say if we are doing some changes, if I go for the modification, like some changes I'm doing there, just random changes. Let's say this is what I'm trying to remove. It automatically comes with the commit message. You see, like the Copilot is so integrated with everywhere. And I go to my now here, if I go for my history, I've done some changes. The third commit which I have done over here in this one, right? So that's like something which I have done over here in this case, but this is a change which I have done in the portal itself, like directly. So, any commit which you do from the portal, you will get this verified tag because it's like created on GitHub and it's having the signature over here. Right. So definitely that's the like the overall aspect, like the overall way that how these modifications are going to be done. So this is a kind of one of the way here. So this commit we have done from my system, right? Although my user ID is coming up, but it's not a verified change because it's not verified as such over here in this one, on this kind of an like this kind of the change. So you have to be very careful with this one, the way that how this kind of an mechanism or the setup is going to be generated here. So this is the overall aspect which is going to be generated here. All right. So this is the like a approach. This is the way that how this is going to be, like generated, and we can take care of those kind of like functionalities here. All right, perfect. Now, third commit I've done in the portal. So let's fetch the changes. So how we are going to do that? There is an option over here. You see, it took some time to like get it up here. You see, it shows me that part that this is the kind of an content which we are trying to remove. We are trying to eliminate over here. We will be performing up that kind of like a setup, like that kind of an scenario all together over here in this one. So definitely that's the kind of an change which we are going to like bring, and we are going to generate on those parts. Right? Perfect. So this is the like the setups which we will be able to generate here. So this is the mechanism which we are going to turn it out. So refresh it up. You can refresh it. You can push or you can pull also. So pull will bring the new commits, the changes. We will be like we will be like performing up, and we will be generating up on those kind of an aspects here. So definitely that's the kind of change which we are trying to bring it out. So whatever the changes we are doing, we are trying to bring, so we will be able to get that kind of an like a aspect here. So that's the overall setup which we have to bring it out of this one. All right, perfect. Right, perfect. So that's what we have here. Right now, we do have the options, over here related to branches, commit, changes. But that is something which I'm going to show you through the commands, like how this thing works. So certain things we are going to do from the commands also, but I just wanted to give you a kind of a high level of implementation that how exactly this overall thing or this overall mechanism really works here. So let's try out this one once at your system also and see that how this thing really works. So as we can understand that how these like approaches are going to be well established here. So let's focus on that part. So let's try this one, guys. All we have to do is like we have to just like try out a little bit on cloud side. I'm not saying that do everything there, but whatever repository you have created, let's try to do some basic approach.
Uh, Hi, this is Uday here.
Mhm.
Anuj,
Go ahead, please.
1 second. Let me share my screen 1 second.
I'm stopping my screen share.
Are you able to see my screen?
Mhm.
So this is the GitHub actually, which previously I have created this one.
But
And
this is not your repository because you don't have the settings section. So it looks like you you're not the owner of this repository.
now previously, which I used to, I have created on DevSecOps. 1 second. Yeah, this one. Bhaskar, DevOps Mind Light.
But this one shows as like just yourself. So this repository belongs to someone else.
No, this is Bhaskar DevOps Mind only.
That's your profile, but the repository which you have opened, if you see in the URL, the name which is there in front of the GitHub icon, that shows like just Joseph. So that's potentially the owner of this repository. So you might have forked this repository, but right now you are on the parent repository. Have you done a fork activity on this repo?
No, no. Previously, which is, while
Do one thing, click on the GitHub link. Let's see what is your repositories, because right now you are on different one.
Yeah, let
Click
me
on the
remove.
GitHub icon.
Can I go github.com empty?
Yeah, that is also fine. Yes. On the left hand
Let,
side, you will
let
be
me
able to see all your.
let me sign in.
If you go to the repositories, you will see your repositories like in the profile. Oh, you have two accounts or something.
See here. I mean, previously I used to, add it and tried for these.
This is your repository. It looks like your repository because it's having your name. So everyone will be having your username in the repository URL. That's going to be your repository.
Okay.
No issues.
But
Clone it up to the if it is it
but
like a live code or something?
it's a long back which I have created while Azure Infra while I am working.
Okay,
Just for practice purpose, long back I have created it, but I didn't remember those.
no
How to
problem. You can just
push.
clone this repository. Just click on any repo and try to clone it up through the Visual Studio Code and see like do some changes, modification.
Yeah, but I need your help here also. The connection in between from here to there, I need your help here. Like
Yeah, go to the clone repository.
this one is source here. Like
Yeah, click on that clone repository.
hmm.
Clone from GitHub.
Here it is saying like maybe I
Can you
have
hide,
Azure.
this?
Yeah.
Can you hide this teams? The teams in the bottom. Okay,
This one.
go do one thing. Go to run tab on the top. Uh, go to the previous tab. Go click on that go. You are using which terminal? Go to the next of this run and click on that three dot. You should be able to see a terminal option. Go to terminal, new terminal.
Okay.
To clone the repository, you have a command called git clone.
Second.
Git clone. If the tool is not working, let's try to clone it up like this, because looks like some issue with the Visual Studio Code. Git clone and then space the repository URL.
Git space clone then repository URL like which I
You will
need to
get it
put.
up from the GitHub. Go to the GitHub. Click on this code. Click on this code. No, click on this code. On the code, there is a big green color on code center of the screen. Yes, go to the right. Go to the right.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Get the code HTTP URL.
Okay.
Paste that.
Okay.
Enter. Perfect. Now what you do is like go to the open folder and select or navigate to this test folder. Go to the open folder on the left side, because technically that option should work for you, but there is some issue. Yeah, click on that open folder. No, in that only. Source control. In the previous window only, the source control window which you have opened earlier.
One second. This one?
Visual Studio Code, there was source control section where you are working right now. 1 or 2 minutes back, right? Navigate to the left side. You see,
Source control, I me. I have seen.
up, go to the top, to the up option. Yes, open folder. Go to the test, select test, where that is cloned. It's there in the C username, your home directory.
See, okay, say
Go
test
to the
connect.
bottom, users, go to the users, go to the users, bottom,
Okay.
test, bottom, test.
Huh. Okay.
Now try to run the command. Yes, trust.
Yeah. Okay.
Now try to do the changes, modifications, see that if you are able to work with the cloud or not.
So, runtime dependency, data testing, enable parameters, connection to any project loads. So what this means, like you have test folder which you have ran it here.
The problem is that looks like your Visual Studio Code was a little bit corrupted. So what we
Okay.
have done is like we have done not from the GUI but through the command line. So we went on with the git clone and the repository, and what happened that the repository got cloned in the test. Now, if we don't want to do the command line things, what happens that when we go in the Visual Studio Code, we do the things from the GUI, so we get these kind of an activities, like these kind of an similar tasks.
Okay.
So it happens like that, and we got the test folder, and then I just asked you to open the Visual Studio Code in a folder, because you can open Visual Studio Code in any folder, and then
Huh.
you can navigate through that part. That's how this is really going to work for you. Simple, straightforward approach.
Nothing but I mean, whatever the changes you told previously, commit also you have done while you are showing me
Those,
in this
those
today's
things
class.
will work for you. Those things will work for you now because clone was not happening. So we'll see
Hmm.
that if those things work. You can be on screen share and we can see that if that works for you.
I mean, do you want me to do anything like?
Yeah, let's proceed with the same steps which I have shown you.
This is fetch from all remotes. Pull. Can you guide me? I want to blank my like.
So
Anuj?
let's try to use the Claude first. On the right hand side, the chat options are there, right? The way that how I have interacted first. Right now, your repository is not having much code, right? So let's try to use the chat window to generate some Java code, like some sample code, some Python code, or something like that. Let's try to explore that part.
Okay. You want me to write some code, which it will be helpful for to make in a text like to run it in here.
Can you repeat once again? Sorry.
I mean, you want me to write a code and keep it in a one
I have
file.
not written any kind of code in this one. So what I've done is like I have used the Copilot over here to generate the code for me. Those messages, those prompts which I was giving to generate my source code, that's the same thing you have to do. So you don't have to write the source code. The Copilot is going to do that part for you.
Okay. Okay.
Just put it up something like, for example, generate a simple Python-based web application.
Will this take this much time?
Yeah, this takes time because we are using free version, so it takes some time to do it. We are not getting the fast models.
Okay. In the meanwhile, like previously, I do have one hello.txt file. Can't we use this?
Well, we can do that. I'm not saying that we cannot use that part. The idea is that we're just trying to see like how when you going to work in actual things or how we can use the AI tools also there, because this tool we are talking about a lot of things, right? How the things get integrated. So if like after this, maybe you can have a like a generator shell script or Python script to check the CPU utilization of a system of a Linux. So let's try that. Let's try that how to generate a Docker file for a Java application. Let's try these things.
Okay. So time, I mean, it is taking time, I guess, like activating, is it required or can I skip like activating MCP extension?
Um, Try to skip it out. Maybe like it's skip.
Yeah, you need to set up GitHub Copilot and he's signed into use chat.
You're not one second. Click on that three dot button here on this chat window.
I mean, where it is? Is this one you are asking? Begin session.
It's like a session there. Can you on the bottom go for the finish setup? Bottom there is an option called finish setup in the bottom. Bottom left side, little bit left. Finish setup in the last bottom. Click on that.
Which one? Use AI features?
Yeah. Click on this one. Let's log in. Second. Was not connected to Copilot. 1 second. Uh, let's try to search. Do one more search. Let's try to do the search.
Which one? I mean, it is showing for me ready in code GPT and GPT mini also when I check, but where do I need to utilize this one?
Uh, 1 second. I mean, like, just try to refresh. See. Oh, okay. I think this time it picked up. Okay, 1 second.
Yep.
Anyone else also facing the same issue, or it's like only Uday is facing the same issue?
team? Anyone like facing same issue or you are able to?
Or like no one is trying.
No, I'm
No
not
one is.
facing any issue regarding.
Yeah, not the same issue.
Okay, one second, Samrit. Sorry, yeah. Can you go to the Visual Studio Code? Let's see.
Yeah.
I cannot take access to your system also. Do one thing, just scroll to the bottom and you see this small mini computer option here at the bottom here. Click on that new chat session.
Okay.
It's doing some processing, but can you close the Visual Studio Code and open the Visual Studio Code once again? Let's
Sure.
see.
Exit.
Because your
Yes.
Copilot setup seems to be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't or what?
I click on this.
This one?
No, okay. Something is running. It's actually going for an MCP server, which is not required in your local system. Because if I just show you my screen, right? When you hover onto this thing, this icon, it actually shows me like what is the users which I have over here in this one. So complete details is coming up to me. If I go for a new chat, so this is coming up with an agent mode, right? So this is not coming up for you. Even these cloud models, it's coming for you, but this is an agent mode. Configure modes. You're not getting this agent mode and all these things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to add any agents, otherwise plugins to add that one for agents?
I have actually added GitHub Copilot. Can you check that if GitHub Copilot chat option is installed for you?
Extensions. 1 second. Extensions, okay. GitHub. Hi. GitHub Copilot for Azure and GitHub Copilot chat. It is added. Is an API program. Can you see my screen? It is showing like this. It is added, I guess. Yes, installed it.
Okay. Share the screen.
Let me. You see that. Is this the one, right? Is this the correct one?
This one. All it shows installed. GitHub Copilot chat. Yes. GitHub Copilot and GitHub Copilot chat. Both of them are installed, right?
Yeah.
Is GitHub Copilot also? Can you remove the chat keyword? No, there only. Uh, extension.
Yeah.
Remove the chat. GitHub Copilot is not there. Search for alone GitHub Copilot. Just search for Copilot only, no?
We only Copilot, which I used to capsulate this 1 second.
That's not coming up for you. You see, 1 second. You see the center logs there. You see the output. It's actually like doing an installation of NCP server in your system. Something you have installed locally here. You see in the center part, not here in the output part, in the output section in the bottom.
Question about okay.
Yes, this one. You see, it says server started with the process 2712. Do one thing in this computer icon, like where you were like going for GPT mini and all that stuff. Click on that stop execution and go to the this one, the first one here, the computer icon, not here, just not this one, the computer icon in the same word. Yes. It's going, go for the background. Now click on that stop icon which is there in front of you.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
And now enter over here description. Yeah, go for the option called ask. Stop.
Ask.
Now search. Generate Python code.
Just generate Python code. 1 second. Generate a Python based ADL.
Whatever.
Can you
Enter.
again? It is coming same.
Click on that py lens MCP server. Show output. There is a plugin here, py lens. Go to the extension. That if py lens plugin is there.
py lens MCP servers.
Okay, see the second option if it's installed. First option. So MCP servers. Let's see the logs here of this one, which is showing like waiting for server to respond. So guys, we are just troubleshooting this one. Others can drop. We are just working on this one. Can no. Just scroll to the logs. Just see the log section. Where is the logs coming up? Where is the logs coming up? Yes, scroll up. repeated. Okay, see, this is the same error message which you are getting up when you were like trying to do this one.
Okay.
Go for the git clone there. So that's the same issue coming up. So there is a issue with the Teams Microsoft Visual Studio. Try to do one thing, do the uninstallation. Is it just your office laptop or something?
No, my own only, but I
Okay,
can connect my, Azure portal office one connection also.
okay. I think something you have installed, which is like causing
Hmm.
the problem.
Hmm.
Anyway, see, like I'm going to do the git commands tomorrow from
Huh.
scratch using the git bash and all. So maybe
Hmm.
like you can do this reinstallation or it's not like super urgent there.
ये देख लीजिए इधर आई GitHub Copilot chat इधर तो
Try. That's the logs which is coming up. It's like just an option with how the logs is coming up there. So you can see like it's actually like throwing the same error repeatedly.
हाँ. Okay. I understood. I will uninstall in that case. Guide me like how to do that one. I mean, control panel
Installation
too.
control panel. Yes, go for that.
This one, okay. Can I do here? Install a program?
Yeah.
Let me go. Systems and futures. ये तो नहीं आ रहा है.
Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Yes. Close this one.
Yeah, it is removed. It is removed.
Okay. So go
ये
for a
ये
proper
क्या है?
installation. That will work
ये
for
क्या
you.
है? Microsoft Visual Studio 2010 tools for Office runtime.
And that's required, not required. That's okay. Anyways,
Okay.
we can.
Yeah. So do you want me to download?
You can download the latest one. It will take some time for you. So we can
Sure. Sure.
try it
I
out
will
there.
do that.
And in the WhatsApp, you can do. I will be like online for next 1 hour. So just put it up in the screenshot to the group if you're facing any issues.
Sure. Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.